Hello, everybody. This is Scott. I'm joining your normal host, Jeff Stein, Mike Boyle,
Hi.
and Ivan Jivan Rivera on episode number 50 of News of the Square.
Wow. Boy, this is like the milestone week, isn't it? Episode 100 and episode 50. Jeez.
All right.
What better way to spend our quarantine?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Cheers to that.
Yeah, we need that sound effect. Yeah, that one.
Quarantine? Where do I find that in the liquor store?
No, this is not. That's over by the Turpentine and the Solvents.
Right? Oh, Mad Dog 2020.
Okay. Crazy news that you can use that hopefully it's totally virus-free, but not 100%. Let's get started.
Okay, boys.
I guess I'll start with this one, huh?
Okay, yeah.
What do we got?
Let's take a look. Even though it's from our good friend Mike Boyle.
Yes.
So a man is dating a ghost and fears she's cheating on him during lockdown.
What?
Yeah, that's what I said. I guess there's someone out there for everyone, whether in this life or next. For the next 2 years, New Jersey's Gary DiNola says he's been for 2 years. I'm sorry. For 2 years, Gary DiNola says he's been dating a ghost, not dating a chick that ghosted him. We're talking the spooky variety. I wonder which app to use to find her. Yeah, that's Ghosts Are Us, probably.
Is there a ghost Tinder?
Yeah, Ghost Tinder. Yeah. Maybe it's Thunder. I don't know.
Catchphrase is find your new boo.
Wow. That was bad.
Good.
Okay. That was good yet bad. Okay. Anyway, DiNola says things have been great with Lisa. He named the ghost? Really?
The ghost has a name.
Oh, okay.
Lisa.
Until the coronavirus lockdown. For the first month of the crisis, he says the two were inseparable, as she would help him cook, fold laundry, watch TV, and obviously have sex. But most...
Okay. Noise, do not get together with doodles.
These aren't...
It's not even a doodle. There ain't even anything to doodle. It's thin air.
Okay. Yeah. Check out Cool World for that reference. Okay.
I understand what the reference is. Although I bet most of the 20-somethings, if we had any who are listening, going, what, that Cool World? It's a really bad 90s animation.
Is that Brendan Fraser?
No. Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt was in Cool World?
I think so.
And Kim Basinger.
Yes, that's definitely Kim Basinger.
Kim Basinger, what?
And I want to say Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, yes.
Is it? It is Brad Pitt, right? Okay.
It is Brad Pitt.
Anyway, getting back to the story.
Yeah.
But like most relationships during this time, it looks like good times didn't last. Gary is now fearing the worst because he says his ghostly gal has stopped obeying the rules of lockdown. And he fears she has been seeing other men. Because over the last month, she's always going out, never tells him where she's going, and just says she's going out with friends.
The man thought it.
It's a ghostly girls' night out.
Gary goes on to emphasize he's not crazy, but feels something is off. Yeah, more like you, Gary. I think you're the one who's off.
Yeah, man.
Can we say thank you, Mr. Leary?
I don't know. I just imagine it's got to be like this scene in Ghostbusters, right?
Yeah, where the one going down on Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd, yeah, that kind of thing. Is it like that? Is that what happens?
Bustin' makes me feel good.
Yeah, Bustin' does make me feel good.
Bustin' nuts.
Yeah. I had him on my fantasy team, I think. Bustin' nuts.
Bustin' nuts?
Or he's in porn. I can't remember which.
He's
what was he? A point guard?
I don't know about that.
Wide receiver.
Yeah,
Smutty
wide receiver or tight end. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, Our next story is from Delish. This is now, I've been doing jigsaw puzzles to help with my quarantine time. So Heinz Ketchup has released an all-red jigsaw puzzle that'll help keep you busy during quarantine. It's 570 pieces, all red.
Good luck, Mike. Have fun.
I thought of you the second I saw that, Mike.
Oh, my God. Scrolling through Instagram these days, I usually see a whole lot of banana bread, throwback photos, and completed puzzles. Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm glad people are finding simple but fun ways to stay entertained while staying inside. But Heinz has also taken note of this, it seems, because the brand just made an all-red puzzle. 570 pieces, all the same red hue of the famous Heinz ketchup. Putting it together may take a while since there are no images or lines to guide you. Oh, and they're all like, they're no goofy shapes. They're all just like semicircular cutouts and indents. Oh my God. Because sometimes like they'll get a little wavy, like in times like when I've done a lot of jigsaw puzzles in the last couple months, and I tell you, as you might say, I'm something of an expert.
Kind of hard for this show.
This is torture. This goes against the Geneva Convention.
You know what this is? This is getting back at us for not putting ketchup on hot dogs. By the way, if Gary were to do this puzzle, maybe he wouldn't have so many problems with
with his ghostly girlfriend.
Yeah. Well. Who would want to do this? Seriously. It's all red.
This is sacrilege. This is
why?
Something to keep you busy, I guess, and it'll keep you very, very busy.
Yeah, keep you going for a long time.
You have to be the most anal retentive person in the world to want to do this.
No.
You really do. I mean, to be that level of attentive of, that's the one.
I think Heinz should do a contest, like whoever can do like a live video stream. It doesn't have to be like in one shot or whatever, but one sitting. But someone who could put it together the fastest.
Mm-hmm. You'd think
maybe they can have some kind of contest or something.
You'd think that would be smart. Speaking of things that didn't happen that weren't smart, Red Lobster customer fights with staff in ridiculous Mother's Day melee. Apparently this is back from Mother's Day. The biscuits are good, but they're not that good. Nevertheless, Red Lobster drew a big and at times unruly crowds in Ross Township, Pennsylvania, over the weekend.
Yeah, because Pennsylvania opened up the weekend prior.
Yeah, I guess. As you can see from the video, which has already racked up 2.4 million views, not everybody was in a holiday mood. The police got there, involved, but no arrests were made. This is just one episode from this faithful Sunday. Social media captured a full parking lot of dozens of customers for hours waiting for food.
And the line goes around the building.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I see. They were just they weren't going in to dine. They were just there to pick up food.
Yeah. How about a little perspective, people? With Backlash still going strong, Red Lobster climbed in a trending list on Wednesday. The company's CEO issued a statement. I apologize that we disappointed many of you this past weekend as you placed Mother's Day's orders. One of the most important days of the year. We received significantly more online orders than we've ever gotten in a single day, despite you mean even during like the shrimp festival? You've never gotten more that way?
No one wants to cook on Mother's Day.
Yeah, no, that's true. Unless you're a guy, then you get stuck cooking.
I had to cook steaks in 40 degrees and rain.
Exactly. You love how that works. Nobody wants to cook on Mother's Day. Father's Day, go out there and grill, fucker.
That's right, yeah.
Yep.
Seriously. Get your ass out there and grill.
Yeah, like that. They'll get the, world's greatest dad barbecue apron.
Yeah, seriously. Here, and while you're at it, here's like some sort of crazy project that you should do.
So
all the instructions in Spanish.
So all these people waited in line, and they had to turn people away.
Yeah,
wow, it was bad.
People waited for hours.
Maybe Lisa, Gary's girl, was there. That's what the problem was. I don't know. You know what they could have been doing while they were waiting? They could have been doing the Heinz ketchup puzzle.
Yeah, they all could have helped.
Puzzle.
Yeah, they all could have helped with the Heinz puzzle.
Yeah. All right. So what else we got?
All right. This one's from the Huffington Post.
Yeah.
A massive horde of goats escapes and runs amok in the California neighborhood.
Yes.
Okay.
Goats.
This is in San Jose.
San Jose.
They were
On my way.
Yes. This is the craziest, according to someone here, this is the craziest thing to happen in all quarantine, and with 3 goat emojis, a resident said, about 200 goats running free in San Jose.
That's awesome.
About 200 goats that were supposed to be cleaning dead weeds and brush from a hill in California got loose. They say instead the article says instead of they got loose, they goat loose.
Oh God!
Everybody goat loose.
Yeah. Now I need that video, the goat loose video.
From they got loose from their enclosure on Tuesday and ran wild in an East San Jose neighborhood, according to NBC Bay Area. According to the gentleman's tweet, Rollins had left home and run an errand and returned to a sea of goats.
That's awesome.
So to go to NBC Bay Area's Twitter page, there's a video of it, and it's something you don't see every day.
Okay.
That's awesome. A running of the goats.
Yeah.
Ready?
So,
let's go.
So let's goat.
Yeah.
And we're not saying greatest of all time either.
Is that? I guess. Well, I guess in fairness, if they are in a group like that, that could hurt. I guess. Yeah. What am I talking about?
About 15 years ago, the hill behind the Rollins family home caught fire, and he told USA Today, since then, the goats visit for a few days every year to clear out the dead grass in the area to prevent another fire. But the guy told NBC that on Tuesday evening, one of the goats was trying to eat flowers over the electrical fence that kept him contained and somehow managed to break it. When the goats realized they had a clear route to freedom, chaos quickly ensued.
Well, free the goats. Free the goats.
So there's lots of great comment sections here about, of course, the earth is healing. We are the virus. The goats are free in the streets. And say, one commented, damn, even the goats are tired of staying home.
Oh, wow.
And another Twitter poster said, wait, they're not wearing masks. They're crowding together.
I hate to clean up the street after they went through.
Okay.
And somebody else made a simple tweet just saying, the kids are all right.
Okay. And the kids are all right.
So these goats could have stampeded the people waiting in line at the Red Lobster.
They could have. But they were saved because they fed the goats that freaking puzzle.
The Heinz puzzle, yes.
Yeah, seriously. They'd probably eat everything. That's the problem. Is it's not that they stampede. It's they'll eat anything too. So God knows people's lawns are done. It wouldn't be a 50th episode if we didn't have something from the Florida Man.
Florida Man,
the
unsung hero.
We have our Florida Man story.
Yes.
Florida Man attacks victim who didn't thank him for holding open the door to the liquor store. Deputies say. This is from Lakeland, Florida. The Polk County Sheriff's Office is trying to identify a man who was caught on surveillance video attacking another customer at the liquor store in Lakeland, Florida. The alleged attack happened at the Publix liquor store around 12:30 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon. According to the deputies, the attack stemmed from the suspect getting upset that the victim did not thank him for holding the door open. The victim, who is seen in the video, by the sheriff's office wearing a tan color hat, told deputies he walked into the liquor store while the suspect held the door open. The suspect, who was wearing a a black and gray T-shirt and a black hat, black hat should have been the obvious answer there. Then reportedly asked, You don't say thank you to people who hold the door open to you. The victim responded, thank you. But apparently that wasn't enough. Because now the suspect, who originally a gentleman, started drawing back and forth. That's Southern vernacular for talking back and forth to each other. The two men are seen on the video walking different parts of the liquor store after the initial confrontation, but deputies say the victim claims that the suspect then continued to express his anger from another aisle. According to the victim, the suspect told him, "I'll kick your butt if you say another word." Another word. The victim told deputies that he replied by saying, "Another word." That's when the deputies say the suspect quickly approached the victim and started attacking. The previously Southern gentleman who had held the door open was now the suspect. Promptly was good for his word, because he walked around the aisle and started beating him up. The surveillance video shows, which you can see on the Squares of the Roundtable Facebook page, repeatedly hit the victim, knocking the man's hat off. A servant who was in the store with the suspect was eventually able to pull the suspect away from the victim. The video shows the victim and the suspect giving each other the middle finger as the suspect leaves the store.
Thank you, Florida man. Thank you so much.
Here's the best part. This is from the Sheriff Judd. Okay.
Sheriff Judd in Polk County.
Come on, man. What are you thinking? Were your 3 brain cells in overload? Why don't you just let it go? Get your bottle of liquor, go back to the house, and have you a drink. But no, they have to have a kerfuffle right in the middle of the store.
You gotta love it when cops use the word kerfuffle.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, so I believe the highlights of the story is that the guy was a smartass enough to say another word, literally, and we got the word kerfuffle. Those were the... although I will admit that... Okay. Do I want to make Mike read the next story?
I'll read the next one. I'll read this one here. Okay, this is from...
I just about died seeing this.
This one's from Pink News out of the UK. Now, you take something as harmless and innocuous as Nintendo or Animal Crossing, and you find an opportunity for a sex worker to get some business. So apparently a non-binary dominatrix is virtually humiliating clients on Animal Crossing and accepting bells as payment. So a non-binary dominatrix has been using Animal Crossing New Horizons to humiliate clients during lockdown. You
gotta see the picture of this little thing. Like the little tiara and everything. And she looks like she's pissed off. I mean, really looks like she's pissed off. Anyway, keep going, Mike. Yeah. Sorry.
Beating them with a butterfly net, and locking them in cages, and accepting bells as payment. So, Denali Winter is a hairdresser and dominatrix based in San Francisco who has been getting creative with the Nintendo Switch game that is released in March and has taken the world by storm during the coronavirus pandemic. Winter told The Guardian that when the lockdown went into effect, they knew that their sex work, which they've been doing for 7 years, would be severely impacted. They said, sex workers are always adapting, and this is just another layer of adaptation. I need to connect with my clients somehow. So,
that's great.
So she puts out a tweet saying, "You want to be my little bell, bitch? Here are some rules for those who wish to serve me," of course, me in capital letters, in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Remember that the best pets also have joined my OnlyFans. She has an OnlyFans page. Friend code available upon request. It's Mistress Denali at Denali Winter on Twitter. Winter advertises their services through Twitter, and in the game, they force clients to water their flowers and pay them bells, the Animal Crossing currency. If they disobey, they can be beaten with a butterfly net or locked in a virtual cage.
Wow.
This is the best.
So the dominatrix encourages clients to leave appropriate notes on their bulletin board, and Don wrote, "Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you, mistress. It is always such a fulfilling task to do your chores, and there is nothing else I'd like to do more." Winter added that, as a non-binary sex worker, many of their clients are interested in exploring their sexuality and playing with gender expression.
Wow. It's mind-blowing. Okay.
So, yeah. So while you're waiting in line at Red Lobster, you can put on, take out your Switch and go, get yourself beaten with a butterfly net by Mistress Denali.
I think the best part of this entire thing to me is this is going on in the middle of some game for kids. And you know that they weren't aware that at any point in time they would think that this was possible. And yet there's a part of me where I want to watch the whatever the hell it is get beaten with a butterfly net. You know that, right? Just because I think it'd be freaking hilarious.
In fact,
I'm dying over here.
What happens if somebody wanders in? I mean, I don't know the game well enough, but let's say somebody wanders by and happens to.
I think you have to accept their friend code. It has to be. You have to be a friend in order to interact with them. So it's not like in World of Warcraft where you can show up. You have to be invited to you want to fight them or whatever.
Okay.
Same thing with Animal Crossing. I think
it's not like Sheldor's online.
Sheldor.
Sheldon.
Mistress Denali. Oh, can't wait to get my bells to her.
Yeah. I don't even know what bells do. What do they do?
I don't know. I don't know these video gamins.
I don't know this game. I really don't. Well, I'm not.
It has piqued Jeff's interest now, apparently.
Not really.
Okay.
Maybe bells are like likes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, no, bells are the currency, right?
Right. I guess.
That's the currency.
Okay.
And the thing with Animal Crossing, it's okay. I know a lot of my friends, my industry friends, and everyone from Logan Arcade, they're involved in it.
They're all getting beaten up.
Well, they all got these different characters that they kind of live. It's almost having an avatar of sorts, But yeah, and it's more expansive. And more expressive. I guess it's got all these options in it. So, yeah, that seems to be the new, thing on fire digital moment now.
Yeah, it's like how 3 years ago, I don't know if Pokemon Go is still a thing.
I think
that was big.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, well,
I have a good story to follow that one.
All righty, go ahead, Scott,
Okay.
our guest here for this week.
South Korean club apologizes for evidently using sex dolls to fill empty seats in stadium.
Yep.
Whoa!
This is out of Seoul, South Korea. The South Korean soccer club has apologized after being accused of putting sex dolls in empty seats during a match. FC Seoul expressed sincere remorse over the controversy, but insisted in a statement that it used mannequins, not sex dolls, to mimic a home crowd.
Well, I mean, they are clothed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the funny thing that comes out in this is the company that made the mannequins makes sex dolls.
Of course they do. Of course they do. That would only make this even more interesting. My favorite is, how did they know that they weren't mannequins, that they were sex dolls?
Somebody must have looked
underneath the skirts.
Yeah, seriously.
Somebody must have checked them out.
Some guy in the middle of the game get hot and go, "Hey, that mannequin doesn't look like a mannequin."
Just doing a little nipple check.
Yeah.
Go over, reach, grab her breast. There it is.
Well, say, from the pictures of sex dolls I've seen, they all have this sort of certain type hair. So maybe the hair in the open mouth gave it away.
But some of them wearing
maybe.
masks, though, so you can't tell the face.
Oh, are they? I don't know.
But they do look a little more detailed than your average, like, store mannequin.
Wow.
Yeah. This gets more weird.
You know what the funny part is? I got this story too. And you know how I got this story when we put it on the Squares page? Because someone sent it to me. Someone put this on my personal page because they saw this story and thought, who would find this hilarious? To me. It's good to know my friends truly understand. Immediately, I'm like, this is going on the Squares page, without question. Yes.
Okay.
So long as we're still on mannequins.
Okay.
This one's out of the D.C. Eater. Out of Washington, D.C., obviously. The Inn at the Little Washington thinks mannequins will make social distancing less awkward. So this is already instantly not as interesting as the sex dolls in the stadium.
Maybe they should use the sex dolls for that.
Yeah. So the Michelin-starred restaurant hopes to make its dining room feel less empty once customers return at limited capacity. So the D.C. area's restaurant within 3 Michelin stars, famous for show-stopping presentations of its hot American tasting menus, has come up with an equally theatrical, albeit a little creepy, way to make its dining room feel less empty while social distancing protocols go into place. When the Inn Little Washington can host visitors inside its glamorous rural Virginia digs, Chef Patrick O'Connell plans to seat unused tables with mannequins wearing vintage 1940s-style outfits.
Okay, are we sure that this isn't any different than the sex dolls?
These look like the ones like you wear the clothes like at the JCPenney. These don't look as detailed. These don't look as detailed as far as the faces and the features go.
Okay.
The Inn plans to open for dinner on Friday, May 29th under Virginia's current plan. It could welcome customers for half-capacity outdoor seating as early as Friday the 15th. If Virginia progresses through its first phase of reopening quickly, the Shenandoah Valley destination may be able to serve customers inside by the time it opens its doors, so please don't cop a feel to the mannequins. That doesn't say that in the article. I just added that.
It doesn't? Okay.
No. Or don't beat them with the fishing or the butterfly nets to get your bells.
Why not just use like stuffed animals or something?
Yeah,
I did see a picture of one restaurant using like large stuffed pandas.
Okay.
There you
Is
go.
that like Panda Express or something? I don't know.
Oh yes, that's how you social distance inside the Panda Express.
Yes, it's
Actual pandas.
Oh well, I don't know about actual pandas. I think that's against a few laws.
Yeah,
Not
don't use like real pandas.
and not just like laws of like you can't have pandas there. Like laws like you're not supposed to have animals where we serve food or something. Speaking of food, there was a smoothie ad that was deemed too racy for TV.
Oh.
The brand behind the ad, Swiss Me, has dubbed the 30-second spot health food porn.
Oh.
Yep.
And that's just what censors think it is because now it can only be shown in the evening.
It's on the Squares page.
Yep.
Yes.
So what is this smoothie ad that is so risque? Well, it features a variety of fruits being seductively handled, and it ends with a smoothie exploding from the pouch.
Oh my!
Images,
The money shot.
images of the ad include 2 avocados shot to look like breasts, a woman's finger running up a banana, a strawberry with milk coming out of the center,
Oh.
a man cupping a pair of kiwi fruit, honey dripping from the top of a banana, and more.
Wow.
The advertising governing body, Clearcast, will now only allow the ad to be shown after 9 p.m., noting it's because of its sexual innuendo involving genitalia, breasts, and porn.
Have you seen this?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, there's
I didn't get a chance to
the dude is putting like a orange cut in half. The dude's just sticking 2 fingers into the middle of it.
That's kind of funny.
Fruit porn.
And that
Porn!
and that
Fruit porn.
and that strawberry. One thing to see the picture, watch it in the video.
It's on.
By the way, obviously not in an American story. I think this is from the UK or something
Yeah, this is
like
out
that.
of the UK. Yeah.
Out of the UK. All right. This particular story, our next story, I don't know, Mike. I think Mike's doing it. This particular story got a lot of shares off of our Squares page.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to,
I'll take it.
This or me?
This is from Buzznick. Buzznick, Buzznick. But it's on the Squares Roundtable Facebook page. Apparently, for only a mere $66 million, you can buy Draculas Castle.
Okay.
Blah, blah,
Thanks.
want to buy your
Pass.
castle. Blah.
Pass. That's a heavy pass right there.
I never said.
It is a legend that has taken on a life of its own. A story that has been the source of countless TV shows, movies, books, art, and the fears of little children and adults everywhere. The name that inspired all of these things is Dracula. Not Count Chocula, it was Dracula.
No, Count Chocula cereal.
The character from Bram Stoker's book really has become larger than life. You can't go a single Halloween without seeing at least a dozen people dressed as his famous character. Well, for vampire fans, most will know that Dracula's Castle is actually based on a real castle by the name of Bran Castle that was once inhabited by Vlad the Impaler. Some say that Bram Stoker based the character Dracula off of some of Vlad the Impaler's characteristics and personality traits. Well, the castle is known around the world as Dracula's Castle is not for sale. The picture's up. Now, if you can zoom in real close to the gate, you can see a little Century 21 banner there, right by the.
Get out of here, really?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gullible that way. God damn it.
So in real life, it was actually there was a brand. Vlad
really
the Impaler.
Awesome if it did. That would have been cool.
Yeah, someone should Photoshop that in. Vlad the Impaler, who is famous for his connection to the name Dracula and the way he would torture and kill his enemies.
Wow.
But,
All
yeah,
right,
you can.
66 million. Which one of? If you had 66 million, would anybody buy it?
No.
I'm not buying it.
No, I got better things to do. And here in
In a
America, man.
heartbeat.
No, man. No, I
In a
don't think so.
heartbeat? Wait, hold on.
In
Scott, you'll buy
in
it.
a heartbeat. I love
Why?
places like that. Just the design and everything. I'd love to live in a castle. Are you kidding me? That
You know,
would be
you gotta have
so
servants and shit
La
like
excellent.
that.
la 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 abracadabra.
Can you
I'll
imagine
guarantee
how far
it.
it is to go to the bathroom?
There are no
We
windows.
only have 22 bathrooms.
You don't have a lot of neighbors nearby. I mean, it's
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of.
seriously.
Exactly, part of it. And
Well,
I guarantee you in the hallways I will not be hearing, I never said blah, blah.
I'm sorry, no way. Plus the fact, too far away from like real people.
Well, you know,
This is a
you
bit
know
of a
what?
fixer-upper.
You know, Scott, if you were to purchase that castle, I'd come visit. I'd come check it out. Would you go
Would
check
you?
it out, Jeff? Would you, Mike?
No. Hell
No?
no.
Yeah, I'd check it out. I'd go. I'd want to see it.
I'd check it out.
I think it'd be fun. Would it be creepy? Definitely.
Yeah, but
I think it'd be fun.
We check
No
it
way.
out.
I'm not going.
Count Scotula.
I have
What?
way too many Scooby-Doo shows. No way.
What? You think you're going to run into the ghost of Vlad the Impaler, or
I
the
don't care. I'm not finding out. I am not the dumb white person. Let's go investigate. Fuck this shit. I'm out of here.
Let's go look for clues, Jeff.
Yeah.
Let's split up.
Yeah.
That's
That's how
where,
that always worked, right? Where it was the two girls and Fred. You know what really went on there, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw everything.
All right. So we've got a lot on our other show, which is Squares the Round Table podcast. We've talked a lot about The Last Dance recently. I thought this was an amusing story to add to News of the Square. So Michael Jordan's daughter, Jasmine, used to Google her father to find out why he was so important.
I suppose she could have just asked him.
Well, yeah.
I just think that's hysterical. But while it's no surprise the viewers are gaining a new understanding of Chicago Bulls, you may be surprised that his daughter is as well. In a recent interview with the Associated Press, Jasmine Jordan explained what her experience has been like for her. Just as a young kid during Jordan's playing days, she has said she's been texting him nonstop to talk about the episodes, and admittedly, she basically watching like a fan rather than a family member. She says, quote, "I'm harassing him." Jordan's comment, "I've been harassing him. He probably is tired of me texting. I think my brothers and I are doing it, probably alongside all his friends. But for me, it's like, hey, as I said, I was super young, so I'm really taking this in as a fan. I'm also trying to corroborate all those stories you were telling me all those years, trying to make sure you weren't just fabricating and making it bigger than it was." I'm definitely texting him nonstop. I think there hasn't been an episode, a Sunday, where I haven't been like, "This happened, let me know your thoughts." When I was a child growing up there during a time, I really didn't understand what was happening because I was so young. I just really didn't resonate until I got older. I laugh because actually I Googled my dad at one point just to figure out why I was like, why is everyone so intrigued by you? You're just dad. You're not that cool. He was kind of a big deal. So it's definitely something that's been eye-opening. That's awesome.
True. I mean, but when
so great.
To touch back on that, I mean, they did mention that this is Michael Jordan. He didn't have the social media. I mean,
right.
His deeds were his actions, and his performance on the court is what made him so awesome and so legendary, because he didn't have just like, he although he did have friends with the one guy from NBC, a lot of sports friends.
Ahmad Rashad.
Yeah. But no Twitter and no Instagram, no YouTube, none of that.
I just think the best part
promote himself.
I just think the best part of the whole thing is that she Googled him because he was that cool. He's just dad. That's the best part of all.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Even Michael Jordan's kids don't think he's cool. That's great. That's the part that's awesome. It's like, yeah, fuck, you're just dad. I don't know who the hell you are. I don't care. All right. What do we got next? What do we got next?
Jeff posted this. I think this may be more nerdy kind of news rather than just our usual funny story. But apparently Wizards of the Coast had just released a ton of free resources for playing D&D remotely.
Oh, I thought you were going to the other story about how Ikea shares how to make 6 different types of furniture forts.
That's actually more interesting than what I was about to read, so I'm going to read that instead. This is from theboardpanda.com. Ikea shares how to make 6 types of furniture forts during quarantine. So if you're quarantining with kids who are becoming increasingly bored, Ikea Russia has your back. The retailer has just released a new campaign bringing back childhood adventures indoors. Created by an agency called Instinct, the campaign consists of a set of instructions on how to build tents, castles, forts, and other cool structures to help you get through the pandemic. Some are already using them and posting pictures of their play at home with the hashtag, which roughly translates to...
Sorry.
That's all right.
Will it protect you from goats?
Will it protect you from Florida men who don't hold the door open for you or whatever?
Yeah, maybe.
Or will it protect you from the ghost girlfriend?
Not likely. No, she can pass through walls and stuff.
Right through. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I might have to build that if I had to live inside Draculas Castle.
And that can have your own castle inside your home.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, like buying a chair and like a coat rack and a couple blankets and some clothespins. It teaches you how to make a castle, like a castle fort.
Have you done that? Have you done that? I've done that.
Oh yeah, we used to take sleeping over at my friend's house as a little kid. We take the mattresses, the cushions off the couch, and then a beach towel or two.
Well, it's Ikea, so it's got to be even more difficult than it should be, right?
Well, it's basic, simple instructions. So.
Okay, have you ever seen Ikea
Pieces probably slide together.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
What am I talking about? You work at a hardware store.
Yeah, I do have some level of mechanical inclination.
Yeah, normal people are like, hell no.
Where's that bolt go?
We've all built stuff.
Yeah, us less mechanically inclined people are like, IKEA instructions are like death.
Oh, they got them all that different language, and you're kind of like, okay, what's up, orange?
Well, with IKEA stuff, it's like, with IKEA stuff, it's like, how many pieces can you make this into?
Ivan, IKEA instructions are more like looking at instructions for a plastic model kit without numbers on the parts.
You know what? It'd be like that Heinz puzzle. There are more pieces in IKEA stuff.
Yeah, people don't figure out it's all red.
Right.
You know, scary part is, I think I could get the Heinz puzzle done before I could figure out the shit from IKEA.
How to build a mattress fort? Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. So Devo, Whip It Good.
Yeah, man.
Devo from back in the day has made a energy dome face shield that you can wear for COVID-19.
I saw those.
It's like a Devo hat with a face shield. That's awesome.
Yeah, you can whip it good.
When a virus comes along,
you whip it. Yeah. So I guess it's the 40th anniversary of Devo.
Oh my god!
Right. So they made these, and there's a part of me where I'm like, I want one.
Yeah.
You can pre-order. I guess it's a PPE kit that you can put together, but it also comes with I guess it has some cool vintage T-shirt designs, so that's a possibility. And as long as we're talking about headwear, this brings us to our next story. A German cafe has patrons wearing pool noodle hats to enforce social distancing.
It's like the swimming pool noodles.
You know those swimming pool noodles,
the floaty foam things.
Yeah, put them on your head so you can social distance. So you can eat.
There's there's a GIF of that, of a guy in a Target store where he's got like 3 of them, and somebody turned it into a helicopter head where just like the hat starts spinning and he floats up towards the top of the screen. I say all for it.
All right. So I don't know. I guess we're at what? These are starting to. Some of these are kind of like Like, this is amusing. Like, mother-daughter craving McDonald's-built cardboard car. to go through drive-through.
Because it's drive-through only now.
Yeah, it's drive-through over.
And I don't own a car. What do I do?
Not just now. Ivan and I did it.
Apparently this happened in Belgium, by the way, just so you're aware.
Ivan and I.
They traveled 550 yards from their home to their local McDonald's in the cardboard car.
Hey, God, we did that too. How about laying that story out?
It was basically the same thing. They told us we couldn't go through the drive-thru on our bike, so the next time we went through, we walked, and I did the motor sounds, and Ivan made the order, and we walked up. Manager got pissed, so we couldn't do that. So that we made a cardboard car, and again, I made the motor noise. Ivan did the order, and we come walking up in the car, pissed off the manager even more. We kept things like that going for about a month.
Good Lord. That's great.
And every time he'd chew us out, I'd say, well, then just open the walk-in.
Nah, seriously.
And the funny thing is, we only lived a block and a half away, and I had a car. I was just too wasted to drive it.
So that leads us to our latest a lot of this is coronavirus related. So we have our latest coronavirus related story. Why is this not coming up? Now it's not coming up? You're kidding me.
You just suck it down from you. Did it?
It died. It's not. I'll have to find it someplace else. Well, so the long and short of it is apparently there are doctors claiming that the coronavirus could be spread through farts.
Well, Facebook might have screened it as like partially untrue or whatever. They're
Maybe
claiming
that's
down on
what
fake
it
news.
is. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. All I know is I go to the MSN page and it's gone now. So
that's terrible.
See, like if a cloth mask, if we're all supposed to wear cloth masks, and the virus can spread through farts, then what are we doing? I don't know. It might be fake news. I don't know.
All right. So yeah, it might be fake news. We don't know. Could be real news. Could be fake news. Could be. It certainly would be interesting because if we had people fart on people's heads at Mike's work, then that would be problematic. So anyway, I'll let Mike handle the story that he really was looking forward to doing.
Okay.
Go for it, Mike.
Now this one's out of TMZ. A priest in Detroit is using a holy water squirt gun for drive-through mass. A Catholic priest got creative in doling out blessings and holy water around Easter time last month, and his viral method has since gotten a proper meme treatment, rightly so. The guy's name is Father Tim Pelk, P-E-L-C. He hails from Detroit, so about a month ago he was standing outside his church and blasting his parishioners with holy water through a mini squirt gun. Just to bless their Easter food baskets.
Oh, yeah.
It's tradition, and he kept it alive.
Okay.
Now, by the way, it's done safely. Father Pelk stood a good distance away from folks putting up their fake makeshift drive-through and shot water into their vehicles while wearing an N95 mask and a plastic face shield and disposable gloves. Hallelujah! Responsible social distancing.
Praise Jesus.
Father,
That's right.
to you.
Praise the
Figure's
Lord.
worth 1,000
He is
see,
risen.
I amend my thought on Draculas Castle. If I can bring that guy with the squirt gun full of holy water, now I will go.
Help me, Father Pelk. Dracula.
You guys don't know me very well. If you came and visit the castle, I would have it rigged up at the front door. The second you walk through, you start hearing, "Get out! Get out!"
Well, then you would not get the item that I was bringing you.
God.
That we can talk about.
The article on TMZ says that the photos went viral. They photoshopped him on the cover of the Doom video game where he's surrounded by demons and he's got his little squirt gun shooting holy water at these monsters.
I'd play that. I'd play that game in a
I would
heartbeat.
so play that.
That's hysterical.
And he's got the goggles and the face shield and gloves.
If Scott's going to be that way about me bringing the holy water guy, I am not going to bring him the snack that he may not be ready for, which is chocolate-covered dill pickles. Apparently, that's now going to be a thing.
Negative.
No.
I think that's good enough. I don't feel like we need to bring it any further. Mike has another story here about something about a woman.
Another virus story.
Viral story.
A woman returns to her office to rescue a banana she left in her desk 9 weeks ago. Mary Louise Brennan had the realization that when she left her office 9 weeks ago due to the coronavirus pandemic, she had left a banana in her desk. And she filmed the moment she went to rescue it. So the workplaces were quickly abandoned by those who were able to do their jobs at home during the coronavirus crisis, and hundreds of thousands of workers still don't know when they might be able to return. Had we known, we may have grabbed a few extra things from the office, like a calendar or our favorite mug, or to give our makeshift workplaces a more professional feel. But for one woman, her concern over what she had left behind was far more specific. It had dawned on Miss Louise Brennan that when she had walked out of her office last, she had waiting in her drawer It had now been waiting for her to return for about, after 2 months, a banana.
Oh, that's not banana anymore.
No, it's pudding.
So turning
It's
to
a
social
big
media for
dark-
support, she tweeted, knowing there is a banana in my desk drawer at work, which has been there since a week before lockdown, is making me feel anxious. The tweet racked up about 136,000 likes, with many speculating as to what the sight and smell would be waiting for her.
Oh, God.
And it turns out she wasn't the only one to leave food unattended in lockdown.
Oh.
Some people had, like... Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of pictures of people live with moldy food. But with the build-up and the scene set, everyone in the comments was desperate to know how the poor old banana had turned out. And she didn't disappoint. Heading to work to rescue the fallen fruit, she filmed the moment she opened her office drawer, and what remained left many baffled. Rather than coming face-to-face with a squishy, damp mess, it had become shriveled, solid, and completely black.
It was cold in there.
Yeah, apparently.
There's so many things I could say. I'm just going to stop.
Yeah.
Don't. No! Not going to do it. Not gonna
Just
say
ask
it.
Mistress Denali when she's not
seriously.
on Animal Crossing.
I'm sure she is very much aware of things that shrivel up that are black. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
By the way, I have someone for Mistress Denali, and this is our final story of our 50th episode. And I find this is the perfect way to top this.
Okay, I had some, but okay.
Well,
Oh,
okay.
do you have? Well, go ahead, Scott. I'll save this one for last.
Yes, please do. No, because it sounds good. Okay, Lonsine turns teen's birthday bash into an 18 and over orgy.
I forgot about this. Oh,
I would
my God.
be careful. I would be careful answering that knock at the door if you had the sign in your front lawn. One big teen's day took a scandalous turn after her family posted a yard sign for her 18th birthday celebration that unintentionally made it seem like they were throwing a sex orgy. The extravagant lawn display was meant to commemorate the 18th birthday of a teen named Morgan. This is important. Spelled Morgyn. However, Glitter Bedazzled's first and last letters of her name were virtually invisible, so it appeared as if they had written orgy instead.
Oh, no. Maybe that's where Lisa went.
Yeah, that's where Mistress Denali went.
If that wasn't bad enough, the number 18 decoration sat next to a partially obscured cross that resembled a plus sign, a graffiti, a cap that made it seem like they were, made it seem like the sexy soiree was for adults only. So it looked like 18 plus.
We need the guy with the holy water for that.
And that's
done. Fire away.
You can play that fruit commercial.
Now I got this from Q103, and they used to have a picture of it on there as a sign, but I'm sure you can find it on the net someplace. It's hilarious.
Oh,
God.
Okay.
Well, that leaves us to the final story. I'm positive this woman will not be attending the orgy. This woman will not be a friend of Miss Denali. She definitely doesn't like Lisa, and she may not like a lot of the people on the planet. Because according to Time Magazine, there's a 66-year-old woman from Nebraska suing all the gay people. Yes, all of them.
Dun, 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 dun.
A Nebraska woman is suing every gay person on Earth and asking a federal judge to rule on whether homosexuality is a sin. Sylvia Driscoll, 66, described herself as an ambassador of God and his son Jesus Christ, and will serve as her own lawyer in Driscoll versus Homosexuals. NBC News reports.
Oh my God.
The 7-page petition, written entirely in cursive, Driscoll doesn't reference any case laws for U.S. District Judge John M. Gerard to consider, but she does quote Bible and Webster's Dictionary.
Webster's Dictionary.
I never.
The good book and the Bible.
The scary part is, this really does sound like an Onion story, and yet it's in Time magazine. I never thought that I would see the day that in which our great nation or our great state of Nebraska would become so compliant to the complicity of some people's lewd behavior, writes Driscoll, who says that homosexuality is a sin, and that they know homosexuals know it is a sin to live a life of homosexuality. Why else would they have been hiding in the closet? Oh man, I won't even get started with that. But so gay activist and columnist Dan Savage, one of the many million people being sued, had signaled that he'd be willing to take the stand. He's like, man, I hope I get the post. But yeah, so
okay, well.
Yeah, so, when in doubt, forget case law, just write in cursive and quote the Bible and the dictionary, and I'm sure it'll work out just and
whatever she's suing for, like, damages or what?
I don't know. Apparently to rule on whether homosexuality is a sin.
It takes all kinds, man.
The best part is, don't get a lawyer for this. No. I'm going to go to court on my own, because I'm sure that'll go well.
I'm going to stand on my own ground.
I'm just curious. Who do they send who shows up to be the defendants for homosexuals? I'm kind of curious how that works. Who would be considered the defendants? I mean, who's supposed to show up here to, like, it's not, did, like, she pick, like, someplace like GLAAD and send it to GLAAD or something like that? Or did she magically imagine that a whole bunch of homosexuals are going to show up or something? Or
I don't know. Some people, you can't explain their process, man. I mean, they go on their own little whatever tangent they want to go on, and all of a sudden they want to commit some kind of hate crime, and they want to go cry out against people that don't share the same beliefs that these people do. And I mean, it happens all the time. Don't even get me started on the whole brick and mortar church thing. That is,
No, we're not going to go there. No, not
that's another story.
I just love the part where it's like she's representing herself. She wrote the entire thing in cursive, and then she didn't even quote case law. That's great.
Well, hey. You cannot blame the girl for trying. You can't blame the girl for trying.
Sure, I can. Sure, I can. If the guy can blame the ghost girlfriend for leaving, I certainly can blame her for trying that. Sure, absolutely. Maybe I'll shove her mouth full of chocolate-covered dill pickles or something. I don't know. I have no idea. No.
Don't send her to Morgan's birthday party.
Yeah, that's for sure. We should send her to Mistress Denali. She's got a few thoughts for.
Maybe she got some bells for Denali. Yeah.
Yeah, click the bell. Yeah, Mike, we have a new reason for clicking the bell, don't we?
Yeah.
No, right.
I've been a bad boy, Mistress.
Yeah.
So go to YouTube and click that bell for Mistress Denali. You'll know when we get new content. Of course, we're on Instagram and Twitter at SOTRT Podcast. And, of course, all these crazy stories are on the Facebook page. Hey, shout out to Scott!
Scott! I don't know why we have to shout. He's right here.
I'm shouting out to him.
Man. Yeah, you can whisper.
He's here to...
Yeah, you can just tell him.
Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Scott. Hey. Good job, bud. Thank you, man.
All right.
Thanks, dude.
We gotta love it.
Fist bump.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. We're on... Of course, you could show this show now. This is what they call a podcast. Like, it's called an internet radio show. So you use the internet to download this audio file onto your mobile device or whatever computer type device you're using. I don't know if you got like a whatever those towers or a laptop or phone or whatever you want to put it on your phone
I have a
using
Commodore 64.
Podbean. Yeah, Commodore 64. I think you can get it too. Podbean, Anchor, Google, Spotify, Apple, and of course, email us at sotrtpodcast@gmail.com. That's Fitty.
That's Fitty.
Everybody, we will see you for the next one.
That was a kerfuffle of a 50th episode.
Yep.
Yes.
We never did hear about the woman disgusted by what she found in the pocket of her new jeans.
Did we?
No.
Oh, well.
Or the robbers that got creative and dog watermelon face masks.
Watermelon face masks.
Okay.
That'll work.
Okay.
Except that
maybe
fruit
that's,
commercial.
That seems like a tease for next time, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they're up on the Square's message.
All right,
thing.
We'll post them up. Stay tuned.
Yes.
Stay tuned to go to Draculas Castle. Blah. Download on the Podbean. Blah.
Thanks for having me again.
Thanks, Scott, for stopping by. Appreciate you.
Yeah. I'm going to write up an entire report on this episode in cursive. Probably not.
While you're waiting in line at Red Lobster. Take it easy, folks.
Yep.
See you later.
Bye.